Wait a minute.
Oh, I was just asking questions.
Hmm.
But
So yes, a beautiful early autumn morning over the Trielta Hills. Um, Looking out into the distance, you can see the oranges and browns as things are just beginning to turn, but it's still fine weather, almost like summer. And as the light grows towards day, um, there's the air, and Bale, the wood elf, would be out in the um, in the palisaded, defended farm, Hobbins Farm or Trielta Farm, where all the local have headed and holed up against a goblin uprising. Um, and there are a couple of heads on stakes. One of a bugbear patched together. His flesh and his body has been sewn together and was animated by evil sorcery, and also perhaps responsible for the evil sorcery. There is a ugly female with just the head of this large ugly female on a pike. Yesterday yesterday evening or yesterday night you were fighting this beast, um, Anis the lipless. Her lips have been cut off and reveal her teeth underneath. Do you remember the fight?
Yes, it was a glorious victory by us.
Yes.
Claire, Claire jumping from the sort of barricades into the goblins' forces and just wiping them out, and then having this on one-to-one battle with a bugbear, which was epic.
Yeah, not just an ordinary bugbear, but a reanimated flesh golem of a bugbear.
Yes,
And
it was nasty.
it was a nasty, nasty fight. Um, and but the shepherds and farmers are who last night had faced their future and thought they wouldn't live to see the dawn, are infected with enthusiasm for life and excitement, and are babbling amongst themselves, describing the fight and their little part in it, and praising the gods, above all Lathander, for the timely arrival of their heroes of the fight, the paladin or the paladin of Lathander, and
I'm
the
paladin.
that's what
I'm a
they're thinking of
cleric.
you, and the
Damn.
Lathander, and the champion of Lathander, and deadly wood elf, without whom they wouldn't have been able to survive. They think against the uprising, and they start discussing whether they've whether the goblins will have been cowed by this, and whether it'll be safe to go out and check on the herds of sheep that are and to see what devastation the goblins have wrought on their sheep flocks that wander the hills around here. And they turn to Bale. We have little experience of fighting goblins and things. They ran away at the end of the night, but there were words exchanged between you and one of the goblin attendants of the some people, some of the officers or some of the leaders of the goblin pack in the darkness. Do you think it's safe for us to wander out and check on our flocks, or should we weather here for a bit longer?
Bale would be telling them, wait till daylight, till you can see better. As far as that, you don't need to lose any more than you have. But Bale, if they're paying real attention, they'll see that there's beads of sweat rolling down his brow, but not the type of sweat that comes from heavy activity. He's still playing in the back of his mind the ghosts that he saw of his parents, and the fact that he sees his compadre Diggory unconscious, being dragged away with a dagger at his throat. So almost a combination of beads of sweat out of fear, and also out of a bloodlust, hatred, and desire for retribution for taking his battle partner, Diggory. He's looking about, paying some attention to the crowds, but he's looking to supply his quivers with arrows.
Okay. How many quivers have you got?
2.
Roll 20 and a d10, and that's how many you find.
20 and a d10. Come on, lucky d10. Okay. 16.
16. Okay. Yep. You got 16 usable arrows found about the place, sticking into the rampart walls, and some quality goblin make that you discard them, but you find 16 usable. The farmers turn to Claire. Your coming here was a miracle. We wouldn't have survived the night without your glorious championing. It was a miracle sent by Lathander, I guess.
Your kind words are most welcome, good sir, she says. We have a statue. We have a shrine to Chauntea, but we think it would be good with this great battle and our surviving this night to add something to give thanks to Lathander, who we think probably sent you and has brought this dawn on us again. But we're shepherds. We don't know much of the ways of religion. What do you suggest? What statue? What do we do? She sort of looks and says, first, pray to your God and give him thanks for the glorious fields that you have. It is always good to share the thanks to all the gods. Every god is equal, even though they sometimes bicker and fight amongst themselves. But I know that they are good beings of great light and hope. So pray to your God, give him thanks first, and then if you wish to offer anything to my God, a reasonable sort of donation will be satisfying.
We will. They give you some fine fabric as a
Awesome.
sort of donation. Some superior. It's just wool, but it's very soft and very superior quality wool.
Nice. She will put it. She will fold it up and put it in her bag as a sort of. I guess yes, as fine clothes. Then if they give me fine clothes, she'll put those fine clothes into a bag. And
it will really. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she will thank the farmers for this fine women garments, and give them and like break some bread into little crumbs, little tiny squares or something, and give them blessings, type thing.
And one of them takes the bread and gives you a wink as he takes it, and starts chewing on it and says, "Are you married, priestess?"
No, I am not married.
Would you like to remedy that? He says, and gives you another wink.
I am sorry. I am searching for the right person.
You hardly know me. Maybe I am.
I am sorry. There might be some. My heart belongs to Lathander, my god. But who knows? There might be a worthy man, or someone else.
I guess I can't
have my eyes on
the thunder.
Bale, if he overhears this, will kind of choke and say under his breath, "She has a thing for hags."
I do not have a thing for hags. My heart belongs to Lathander. No, it does not. She says. She just looks at him and says,
"Are you planning on staying here, or what's your plans for the coming day?"
One, our plans is to try and rescue our dwarven friend who has been hideously kidnapped by the hags. We will try our best to save his life and to hopefully get his body back. Hopefully. I do not know what these hags have done to him, but we must save him. He is one of our closest friends. But if I cannot save him and he has departed from this world, I must try and rescue his body at all cost. His family must know of his departure from this world into the next. He must join the mighty dwarves in Valhalla and be a great warrior.
The heck with joining the mighty dwarves in Valhalla. He needs to get his butt back here and work with us. He can't forget his battle compadres and his buddies. We got a contract.
But that contract is no longer invalid.
I guarantee it's invalid.
But anyway,
dead yet?
No, I know that yet, but the livestock and everything else is far from here, and it will take forever to get it back and to bring it here, and too much work. We have more important things to attend to.
Too much work. An elf's oath is worth more than a little extra work.
But a mighty god's oath.
Complete this mission. We shall be glorious. We will stomp upon all those that come against us for the righteousness, and especially those worms there, those no good worms. And as he starts saying those worms, he's going to pick up his horn and give a good toot with a hearty woo through there.
And there's an echoing ooh, ooh, through the valleys, and it makes you notice. Everybody sort of stops for a little, and they say, and the farmers all sort of mention it's unusually quiet today. No birds singing.
As I say, the calmness before the storm.
Well, if you're looking for the hags, Saddle Quarry Tarn is where Dismal Ethel has set up her camp. That's where she's said to reside. Some people occasionally go and seek. Some of the poor and ignorant folk around here occasionally go and seek her help, what little help she'll give them. And they head up to Saddle Quarry Tarn. It's it's down that valley, they say, pointing at the valley ahead, and up the other side.
I see. Thank you for this
It's quite a way.
I see. I turn towards the Ariel and look at Ariel and say, Ariel, how do you feel about this? I know that you still want us to help you, but we must save our friend and try to rescue his sort of body if we can. I do not know what happened to the half-orc, but no doubt she can look after herself, and I do not know what exactly happened to her, but
did you mention?
We must try.
Ariel turns to Bale. Did you mention that you saw the half-orc Lenny?
She went on my instructions to the Abbot's Keep to get reinforcements for us.
Lucina,
huh? And hopefully she has travelled safely, but who knows?
We are a group, and we will travel as a group. And whilst there is hope of saving one, I'm with you, says Ariel.
Very well. And I look at the young girl,
Alice.
Alice the Wise, yes. Alice the Alert. I say Alice the Alert. Yeah, the Alert Alice. I say, Alice, what about you? Are you with me on this journey?
No, I have sworn myself to the journey. I hope you will not question my resolve every time we must make a decision. I am with you to the end.
Good show. And she gives her a good pat on the shoulder, and she checks on Grondreda and makes sure Grondreda is wearing her leathers and everything, and says, "All right, we shall head out as soon as we can."
Okay, and Bale, is there anything you'd like to add?
Bale collects all the 16 arrows that he can. He'll turn to Claire and them and say, "You coming, or you just going to sit there and pray on your vespers all day? I have a trail to pick up and a bloodlust to feed."
Do not worry. We are coming. She grabs her sword and makes sure her armor's all right and everything, and heads out towards the gate and starts walking with her fellow elven friend.
And Bale's going out to about the last point that he saw of Diggory with the hags, and he's going to try to pick up the trail from there.
You've come across this before. maybe it's hag magic or something like that. But even though you are sure that this is where they are, you find no trace of them. But you find lots of traces of goblins, the hobgoblins and bugbears, and they all seem to they fled in different directions. But as you travel on and looking for a spoor, most of them seem to turn in one direction, towards the peak that the farmers pointed out.
Let us head to that peak, my good friend.
Then we'll set off in that direction with a steel resolve and a metal taste of blood in our lips.
Okay, you wind your way down for a couple of hours down hills, occasionally up a little bank, but you're basically going down and down to the bottom of the valley, and you cross a small river at the bottom, clear flowing and yes, fresh, crisp, and crystal clear. And then on the other side, you start pushing up through the bracken and gorse on the other side. There are trees here, but they're small, stunted trees. They don't grow into full forests in this area, or haven't grown into full forests. And you see signs of sheep everywhere, having grazed the ground. You do see goblins. Goblins avoiding you, scuttling away. They're still around, but the fight seems to have gone out of them, and they're showing no. When they spot you, they show no signs of either following you or wanting to close down with you.
Okay, I'll keep my shield and sword at the ready, and as we walk, I wish to perceive the area around me, making sure that we have a smooth and clear path.
Okay.
So I shall roll. I roll my perception.
No,
I got a 12.
Only roll when I ask you to make a roll. Okay.
Okay. Fair enough.
But
Bell will be keeping an eye on the sky.
the thing, it's unnaturally empty, the sky.
And that's why, and I was going to say, that's why because the lack of normal nature sounds from the woodlands and the valleys and like that, he knows he has to be more wary about things, and he believes there may be a dragon afoot.
Okay, you're scanning the skies, you're looking around. As you make your way up, first it's just up the side of the valley, but then you come to cliffs, and there's only really one path up through the cliffs and up through the jutting out rocks, and it becomes steeper and harder going. And there is cover, but you're a bit more exposed here as well. And as you're going up, some rocks sort of tumble down from above, and you see a small, a party of about 20 to 30 goblins coming down the path in your direction. You don't think they've noticed you yet, but they're in, because they're in daylight. They're semi-blind, and there is a big party of them just recklessly hurrying down the path.
Okay.
What, it's goblins, yeah?
Yep.
Can we? Is there cover off the sides of the path?
You could. There's not a lot of cover, but there is some cover. There are rocks or fissures that you could climb into and maybe not be noticed.
Okay. I'll signal back to the party over to those fissures and rocks to go and hide, and then hopefully get down there and prepare an attack if we need to, but with the aspect of hiding, let them go by.
Okay, Claire, as I guess you are the worst at stealth, I'd like you to make the stealth roll, please.
Okay. Okay. She'll just like go cling, cling, clang, clang, clang. Okay, that's what I do. Which I do.
5. So, and their passive perception is enough to notice that. And so, as they're passing, one of them sniffs the air and says, and looks round, spots a glint of your armor, and peers in to the fissure where you're hiding, and goes, "Gah!" and they all one of them and they all react in terror, and one of them sort of actually stumbles back and falls off a cliff.
Okay.
And they throw themselves on the floor, groveling in front of you.
Okay.
Don't kill us! Don't kill us! We're no part of this.
I sort of like approach.
We don't want to be part of this molecule or any of it anymore. It's too much. I just want to get under the ground.
I sort of raise my shield up a bit in defense, just in case, and hold up my sword, pointing it at him, and say, "Goblin, tell me where the hag's lair is, if you wish to survive and wish to live."
It's the hag's lair, or what's left of it, is at the top. You have to go over the ridge at the top and go down to the tarn, and the hag lives in the tarn. You have to ring the bell, but there's a dragon.
I push the sort of sword under his chin and say, "You know this is a sting weapon, don't you? Yes, I can sting you, good goblin. You better be telling me the truth, goblin."
It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the whole truth. I told you about the dragon, didn't I?
Yes.
I wouldn't tell you about the dragon if I wasn't telling the truth.
Very well.
The dragon attacked the hags.
You may go, but if I see your face again, you will feel the wrath of my stinging weapon.
You won't see me again. I'll become a shepherd. I'll give up this life of banditry and become a shepherd, I promise.
Be gone with you.
I've converted. Can I convert to your religion?
He tries to kiss your holy symbol.
No. I just wave him off and like bash him on. Like give him a little kick in the back of the.
We worship the burning sun,
he says, pointing at your holy symbol.
Yes.
That
Be gone with you.
Yeah,
they run off. If there's nothing else you want.
No, I just give him a little boot in the backside. Say, "Go on, get on with you," type thing.
And he says, thank you, madam," and starts kicking his assistants around him as they laugh.
I mean, I'm not a cold-blooded murderer, but if they're not going to be a threat, then she would just just leave it be.
Yep, they're clearly beaten.
Bell will come out from hiding and start back up the ridge.
What do you make of that, Caesarea? Does this change anything?
Goblins are a very tricky bunch. Sometimes they can tell the truth and sometimes they can lie, but sometimes they always lie. The only thing we can do is try and investigate his rumor, maybe. But we must be on our toes. It might be a trap. But we can look into this.
Okay. You push on up the path, and occasionally other goblins. You meet them passing in ones or small groups after this, sort of skulking away. And when they see you, they hide. Sometimes you suspect you might have passed some who you didn't notice, but others you did notice hiding.
As Bale marches forward, his temperature for blood increases, thinking about the statements of a dragon, thinking about the hags, and poor Diggory. He has to save Diggory. Runs through his mind.
Okay. As you're heading up the path, you see. Make a perception roll, both of you.
Okay. Perception. I got a 24.
11 for Bale.
Okay.
But
you.
Bloodlust.
You're just coming up to the crest of the sort of pass upwards, and on your right there's a little crag. Sorry, on your left there's a little crag that the path just leads around, reaching up into the sky. And you're sort of glancing up at the sky, but you notice a little bit of two thin wisps of smoke coming from on top of this crag. The crag has a flat top, apparently, about 30 to 40 feet across, and from on top of the crag, you see just two almost invisible, but two thin streams of smoke rising up and off with the breeze.
I sort of I point this out to Bale and say, Bale, there is a sort of hut or house here. Why don't you're the most stealthiest out of all of us. Why don't you go and scout it out and report back what you see?
Bale will smirk on his left hand side with his lips, and he'll nod up and down, and he'll move off silently.
And just as you're moving off, the position of the hut has moved, because the smoke seems to come from a different place suddenly up on top of the crag.
Bale will adjust his direction according to where the pointed out smoke has been shown, and he'll have an arrow ready in Kamal, because in the back of his mind he's still thinking dragon. One, because of the earlier battle that happened over the valley that night, and then the goblins' report of such, that he wants to be ready, and it just furthers his intent.
And to be quite honest, this would be this outcrop would be a good perch for a dragon. It has a good commanding view of the area, but you can't actually. It could also hide on top without being too obviously seen.
So Bell will proceed as stealthily as he can. But,
Okay.
But with
It is a sort of crag, a cliff that you would need to. You'd need to do rock climbing to get up there.
Okay, it's that rock.
There are high thresholds. It's probably about a difficulty of 15 if you want to do it, but.
Okay, there's not.
No, I'll make it lower. A DC of no, there's no path up there. It's just an outcrop of rock, and the climb would be a DC 13.
Well, I'm not worried so much about the DC, but if he's going to climb, he's going to need both hands, which means he'll have to put the mal up. So that's what he'll do, and he'll work his way up as quietly as he can, along with keeping within his abilities to stay as stealthy as he can.
Okay. Make a stealth roll, please.
That's a 18 for stealth.
I'm just trying to remember if 18 stealth versus 18 passive perception. I'll give it to the player.
Okay.
So you are moving without any noise up the side of the cliff. You reaching. I'm not going to make you make a climb roll. Actually, you. Go on. If you make a climb roll, it might interfere with your silence.
Fail my climb, then it could alert whatever's up there as a possibility.
Yep. Okay. Make a climb roll, DC 13.
All right, that's a 16.
You get up to the lip of the crag and pull yourself over the lip, and there with its back to you is a young dragon.
What color?
The size of a horse or bull, a bit bigger, and then it's got wings all tucked in. Its neck is longer than a bull's, and its tail is long. So it's about 20 feet long, but in actual body mass, it's about the size of between a bull and a hippo.
What color is the dragon?
It's got the light red, young red. And its wings are slightly out and just sort of moving gently with the air.
Does it appear to be injured?
It shows some signs. No, not at the moment. But it was in a fight. It was probably in the fight yesterday, but it seems to have recovered. It's lost a few scales and things like that, but it's not seriously injured.
Okay.
Right. And its head, you're able to see the back of its head raise up for a second. It's looking the opposite direction to you. It's looking down into the valley over the crest, the direction that you were heading, and its head moves up and watches, and then it seems like it's almost flattening itself on this outcrop as though it's hiding.
maybe take a couple shots. Or am I just kind of hanging there, doing like a pull-up to see this?
You could pull yourself onto the top and to shoot your bow, but you need to actually pull yourself up to shoot your bow. You're fairly confident you could do it silently and get a surprise round, but then you'd be exposed on the edge of a cliff.
That's the quandary. Decisions. What would he do?
Claire, you can see this from a distance. You're a couple of 100 feet below at this stage.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean, she's about 100 feet down. It's 100 feet drop maybe, and no.
I don't. Do I see the dragon or not?
No, you don't see what you see. That Bale has reached the lip of the cliff and he's looking over at something.
Okay. I sort of like. I won't shout anything, but I move closer to him. Try and move closer to the bottom of the cliff face.
Okay. Yes. So you're just waiting underneath the bottom, underneath him, about 100. I'll say it's 80 feet down, 80-foot drop.
Yeah. And I just wait there, and and wait for his signal.
Okay.
Bale will give his signal. He'll with one arm holding himself up onto the cliff. The other arm he'll reach on down, pull his horn up to his lips, and he's going to blow his rock horn.
And dragon sort of jumps and flaps his wings and takes to the air in surprise. I'd like you to make just from the current, the blast of the air as the dragon beats down. I'll make a strength save of 7 to not be okay. You're not, the wind buffets you, and for a second you feel you might topple back over the cliff, but but actually the dragon is beating its wings and trying to get into flight, but it's not up yet. Would you like to add anything to the horn blast, or would you like to let it?
Bale will go ahead and try to pull himself up.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So what?
Yep, you can. Without any problem, you pull yourself onto the roof of the crag, and a dragon sort of slowly taking to the air, jumping into the air.
Bale will let the horn slink back down on his belt, and he'll be reaching for Kamal.
There, he shouts. I heard you all the time, says the dragon. To sneak up on a red, on a green or a white maybe, but a red is the greatest of all. I heard you, little elf, but but you are so insignificant to me. I let you come up.
Mm.
And Bale will just.
Now you can see it as well, Claire. It's
okay.
Taken to the air.
I sort of like, I say, mighty red. I sort of say to it, try to be polite to its nature.
It's evil nature.
Well, sometimes if you try to, get to its eagernest side, you can no doubt talk to a red dragon. They're not all. They are quite clever. Don't forget, they got good intelligence, so they could have a decent conversation. You never know.
Yeah, you're right. You never know.
So I say, mighty red dragon of the sky. She goes to like one knee and crouches with her sword in front, to be respectful to his lineage, his pure breed and lineage, as it were. We mean you no harm or vicious.
It makes no difference if you meant harm or not. Any harm you intended would be insignificant to the likes of Estimulon.
Yes. Oh yes, that is very true, Almighty Esteliniamion. Tell me, great and powerful red beast of the sky. I not too long ago, I saw you fighting. Wow, a disgusting and foul creature, a green beast of the sky, an enemy of yours, no doubt.
It escaped me. Cobra Lily escaped me and took refuge in that tarn down there. And I will not follow a green underwater into its own terrain. Yes, it's a coward quivering under the water.
I see.
Red dragons are known for their patience. I will wait until it comes out, and if it doesn't come out soon, I shall destroy the tarn and rip the mountains to shreds to get at it.
Well, how's about we try and drive it out for you? How's about we sort of go in there on your behalf and sort of poke it and sort of antagonize it to come out, and then you can rip it apart in your glorious way.
I think that would be.
Bale.
Go on, Bale.
Wow, this dragon Estimulon.
Estimulon. Estimulon. Sorry,
Okay.
Estimulon.
Estimulon is talking with.
You can call me Hotspur.
Hotspur, huh?
He's going to go ahead and try to put 2 Hotspurs in Hotspur.
Okay, go for it. Just as a quick, dragons are your favorite. You've studied dragonkind, and you know what the sort of greatest dragon in the greatest red in the air, in the sort of on the Sword Coast is Hundach, the red rage of Mintarn, who preys on sea traffic and things like that. And there are a few sort of depictions, a few pictures of him that you've seen, and judging by this dragon, it could be one of his offspring. It bears some similarity to the pictures you've seen of Hundark.
Okay, and he'll take the -5 off from the sharpshooter on both the shots to hit.
Okay.
Yeah. I was hoping to use the red dragon and kill the green dragon so they can duke it out. Oh God!
Bale's favorite enemy is dragons.
Yeah, but
if you meet a dragon, he'll fight it.
I know, but I was trying to do it the smart way.
19 for the first, 21 for the second.
Okay. Yep. Both find gaps. It's quite close. So both find gaps in its between its scales.
35 points of damage.
He lets out a bellow of rage, and I think everybody should roll initiative.
Ah, damn you, Bale! I was trying to get the enemy to fight the other enemy. I was trying to be smart about it. But, yeah.
Good plan, but
I told you he was in a bloodlust.
yep. But the best laid
17
plans
for
of
Bale.
mice and men.
Okay, I got that one. I'm going last.
Okay, well, we'll see. Dragons aren't that dexterous. Let's see if the dragon can beat you. Oh, can he beat Bale? No, he can't. So it goes 2 arrows, and you can fire another 2 before the dragon gets to react, or do whatever you like to do. You're on a fairly featureless rock, though there is some body lying here as well, and a few dead sheep and a few sort of a few remnants of sheep that have been eaten.
All right. As a bonus action, he'll cast Hunter's Mark
Okay.
on him, and then he will go ahead and use the same technique. All right. That's a 16 for the first. And that will be an 18 for the second.
Okay. The 16 misses, but the 18 finds purchase.
All right. Well, 22 more points of damage.
Okay. 22. Okay. The dragon swoops down and tries to grab you with a claw. We'll do an opposed athletics.
Oh, all right. That's.
You've got to beat an 18.
I got a 20 on the dice. And...
Okay, no, you avoid him then.
Okay.
So that was his main action, and for move, he'll just come close. Actually, he'll continue pushing close. So he's within 5 feet of you, trying to pin you, and you're having to dodge to get out of the way. You can see a sort of you can't see Bale anymore, but you can see the dragon slamming its claws at something, but it doesn't look like it's trying to slash it at the moment. He's scrabbling at you presume Bale, who's scurrying around on the rock. Claire, you're 80 feet below, and the dragon has 3/4 cover.
Okay. All right. What end is it? What end is facing me? Its tail, or its face, or what?
At the moment, I'd say it's its face.
Okay. I move away from its face. I move 30 feet away, and take. And
you're already another 30 feet, so you've got to 110 feet away. Okay.
Yeah, I just move 30 feet like away from its face, like try to.
I mean,
around it.
It's on top of a cliff, so it's already automatically 80 feet away.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna try and
You move a bit back, a bit further back.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and find a way, like a slope or something. I'll look around for a slope or an easy route to get to where Bale is.
No, there isn't one.
Okay. And I take the dodge action. No. Yeah.
Okay.
First, I actually gonna do a spell, bonus spell.
Okay.
My bonus action first before I do my, because I think it's like a bonus action first before I do a main action.
Mm-hmm.
So
you can choose when you do your bonus, unless it says specifically when it comes.
Yeah. So my bonus action is to do Shield of Fate on myself, of course.
Okay.
And then take the dodge action.
Can you just describe the Shield of Faith for me?
Okay. So the Shield of Faith is a bonus action. It's a level 1
Yes,
spell.
I know it. I mean, just narrate it or just
Sorry. Yeah.
describe it.
So all right. So she sort of goes. She sees the dragon above the cliff face. Walks back a bit to try and see if there was a more easier, accessible route to the dragon, but it seems there is none. So she calls upon.
There's none round this side of the crag anyway. You could try running past the bottom of the crag and round it, but it's probably about 50 feet, another 50, 60 feet to get to the other side of the crag.
Yeah, and she sees the crag and she sort of and gets her shield, like the shield that she got from the lady with all the trees and everything on it, and and holds her holy symbol and says, "Mighty Lathander, protect me from the wrath of the dragon," and a sort of light shield, or like the sort of light of a sun, sort of goes round her like a bubble, type thing.
Okay. Yep.
An aura of light goes around her, and she sort of moves around a bit as she jogs for position, trying to dodge the fiery breath of the dragon when it comes to it.
Okay. Good. And now it's back to Bale. You find the dragon's on top of you, trying to catch you in its claws.
Bale will go ahead and he's going to go ahead and grapple.
He's kind of almost pinned you on the side of the. You couldn't move further onto the ledge now. You're on sort of the edge of the ledge.
Okay, Bale's going to attempt to grapple the dragon's neck and swing himself up onto the back of the neck.
Okay. Make an opposed. This is acrobatics, but I'm going to let it be opposed by its athletics.
Okay.
But it wasn't expecting your move, so your DC is 8.
21.
Okay. You get up there.
And I think that grapple takes all my action.
Yep.
To do that. So I'm holding right now. I'll just be holding on.
Normally, a grapple, as I understand it, you're just holding yourself onto the. You can't if you're similar size, you can actually control where being moves, but you can't hope to do that on a dragon.
No, that's not exactly his intent.
Okay.
It does make it hard to get hit with a breath weapon.
Yes, I'm going to say it can't use its breath weapon against you where you are. And you can hold on to it with one hand, but you'd need one hand and to keep holding on. Okay.
Yep. Right now, all he's going to do is he's going to try to maintain his grasp on the neck and assure his position.
Okay.
And so he'll use both his arms and his legs.
Yep. So you take you grab the dragon and finding yourself on its neck, you find some loose skin and sort of purchase on some of its scales and get a good grip as it lets out a roar of frustration and leaps up into the air and starts just flying upwards, sort of circling upwards. It goes another sort of 80 feet. So you're now, I'll say you've only actually climbed 40 feet, so you're 120 feet above the ground now.
Okay.
And it's roaring frustration. Yeah. this those arrows sting, he says. Amongst dragonkind, we have heard of Kamal. Kamal, is this the wielder of Kamal? Fail if, he says, using your grandfather's name.
And Bell
Actually,
and Draconic would
no, he's climbing faster. He climbs to 160 feet above the ground.
Okay. And Bell will just answer him in Draconic with, I'm just the arm of Kamal. Feel its touch.
You have made a name for yourself recently. But down below, Claire, you see them taking off into the sky. He's flying fast, full out, circling up into the sky, and where the ground falls away, he's climbing up and up above the rocky ground.
Okay.
And you just see the little form of Bale clinging on to his neck.
Okay, I moved myself towards the slope or the accessible path, type thing, and sort of like
which path?
Yeah.
What's your intention? Go on.
Yeah, to take that path and to like try and find cover or try and find like a rock mass or something to take like a cover behind.
Yes, there's a sort of leaning rock that you could crouch under, and that would give you cover from the sky.
Yeah. I tell everyone to do the same as well.
Yep, they all join you. If they're not there already, they join you quickly.
Yeah, and I will
Alice
take
says, Alice, what can we do to help Bale?
I mean, if you got a bow, you can shoot it, but that's quite a long distance.
Alice takes off a short bow, but it will be the very limit of my range. This, I think.
The best thing to do is
she lets loose an arrow, but at disadvantage she misses.
Yeah, the best thing
just fires and falls short.
Yeah, the best thing to do is wait for it. The best thing to do is to wait for it to get closer to the ground and just let everything loose.
Okay, back to the Dragon Rider, Bale.
Bale,
you see the earth falling away below you.
Bale holding on, and with his left arm, and then he'll go ahead and reach down. Let me see which one I got. I know I lost one. He'll reach down into his right boot and pull out Suffering, the dagger, and he will take and attack twice.
Okay. I'll give you advantage on the attacks because it's just there in front of you.
and a unnatural 20.
A natural 20 or unnatural?
Unnatural.
Okay, both of them find you rip off a scale and start slamming into the flesh underneath. But it's all thick sinew and muscle, and there's quite a layer of fat round here as well.
Points of damage.
19. Okay. Again, your hands and your blade is slick with dragon blood, and you can feel you're definitely hurting it. It's wincing, but it's saying, you angry wasp. You cannot hope to battle a red, but but if you are auditioning to become a dragon rider, you have certainly got my notice. What is it that you want, elf?
Something that you cannot give. I want retribution for the death of my family and the kidnapping of my brothers. Can you bring back the dead? I think not.
And he goes into a barrel roll. No, he'll just carry on talking and climbing for this bit. Okay. So now now you get to 360 feet above the ground. 320 feet above the ground. And he says, I cannot give you retribution, but I can take it from you, and I will. But he doesn't do anything else. Claire, there's not a lot that you can do in this. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your round? Okay, so back to Bale.
I move up. No, actually, I like to move up to the top of the cliff face where they were fighting. You know, like just keep moving. You know, just keep moving
to the bottom of the rock, and be moving around the rock that they were on.
Yeah, and just keep taking cover. Yeah, keep taking cover and shelter.
Yeah. So sort of moving defensively and dodgily and sort of stealthily as you can. You're pretty sure dragons. Bale was able to sneak up on it, but you're not sure the rest of you will escape its notice. You're sneaking over the top of the hill, and you can see the tarn and the old quarry below you, and the tarn at the bottom, a sort of stagnant pool of water that looks quite deep on the other side. And there are places to hide. You take cover, and it's back to Bale.
Bale will. God, he's in a bloodlust, so he has a chance for. Yeah, he's not thinking exactly right, so he'll strike twice again with suffering.
Okay.
And he'll say, and now you'll feel additional suffering from suffering. Okay, that's a natural 20.
Okay.
And that will definitely be a miss there. That's only an 11. I get Colossal Slayer with that still. Cool. I forgot all about that.
Yep. Colossal Slayer with your dagger. You're still a skilled huntsman, able to make your. When something is nursing a wound, you're able to make it worse. 16. Did you rolled attack? The AC is 18. So did you hit both?
No. Just
Okay.
one.
18. Okay. And blood.
As a free action,
Mhm.
Belisay and Draconic land down safely or die painfully.
Nobody commands a red, he says, flying further up.
Okay.
Give you one chance. You have brought on your doom. Something as feeble as you cannot possibly survive a fall from up here.
Maybe not.
He says, climbing.
But I'll have honor put to my family for my attempt for retribution against you worms.
You're at 400 feet above the above the rocky sort of ground now, and he's saying, has the cool air cooled your head?
Has it cooled yours?
I am a thing of fire.
I am a
fire and rage.
Retribution.
He's you reckon he's waiting, and tell me, but it's back to you now. What would you like to do? As it's flying.
He's not exactly stupid, but there again, he knows
400 feet above the ground.
Yeah, there's not a lot of choices unless he'll have to attack again twice.
Okay. You'll get your first attack, but it's got a readied action, which is going to go off between your two attacks.
All right, that's a unnatural 21.
Okay. Yep, you hit.
Points of damage.
Oof, that hurts him. It's out a scream of pain. 27. And suddenly sort of changes direction and does a barrel roll to try and throw you off. Make an athletics roll at but you saw it coming, so it's only a DC 10.
Got a 19 on the athletics roll.
Okay, you it tries to throw you off, but it's unable, and you get on your second attack.
As he gets ready for his second attack, he'll use a free action and say, do you want to land now or taste death?
I will survive the fall. You will not.
Ooh. Yes, that second one is a 23. Points of damage.
Okay. And again, he tries to throw you. He suddenly he twists and turns, and there's a ripple through his body as he's sort of all the scales, like a wave, sort of move up and down, and you're thrown up. And for a second, your arms are and you've got to make a athletics roll to see if you stay on. Ah, he's rolling so badly.
Athletics roll of 18.
You keep a firm hold. Ah. If you kill me, you will die, it says. Your turn.
But if I die with honor.
Can I
And
position?
there'll be songs sung about this through my.
Can I position myself where he is? You know, I think he's going to fall.
Kind of not at the moment because you've been moving in almost the opposite direction. He's above the ground on the other side, and the ground's been falling away. It would take rounds and round. It would take a few minutes to get to where he would fall probably.
Okay. All right, and I move myself to that position then. But
You start
taking
moving. Okay. Start moving your way in the direction that if he falls, where to find him. Okay.
Yeah.
I will
Okay.
give him the ultimatum. Land safely now, or you will perish, whether I perish or not.
He's a dragon.
Face my resolve.
Make an intimidation check, difficulty 19.
That's going to be hard for me.
Right.
That's real hard for me. Intimidation. All of a 3.
As you make the ultimatum, did you want a readied action or not when you delivered this ultimatum?
Well, I would strike him again if he.
Strike him again?
Yeah. If that's appropriate.
Yep, go for it.
All right, that's a 17.
You maybe nerves or something is making your dagger slip, but you don't manage to find purchase that time. You just hit thick fat and ineffective tissue.
All right. And do I get my 2 attacks there, or did the
Yep.
take up? Oh, okay.
No, the ultimatum was just a bit of role play.
And the second attack is a 15, so that I know that
Yep.
misses.
So again, he pulses and there's a flick throughout his body as he tries to flick you off him, and strength behind it. Make a DC 21.
No, I made all of a DC 20.
Okay, you're thrown off the dragon mid-flight and hundreds of feet above the ground, and you just start plummeting down. Round before you hit the ground.
Say what?
You have a round to react before you will hit the ground, because you've got to such a height.
Yeah. Okay.
To do or die as you just start plummeting down.
That's a hell of a thought. It's a shot in the dark. As he starts falling, what he would like to try, and it's going to be, like I said, a shot in the dark. He'll drop suffering as a free action.
Uh-huh.
And he'll reach for Kamal and try
Okay.
to sling Kamal onto the dragon's talon while holding it.
I'm not going to. When he threw you off, he threw you too far for you to grab hold of him. I'm afraid you're not within range of Kamal. You could fire Kamal at him if you wanted, but got any other ability?
Well, I think I've got too many other abilities that's going to assist in this death ball. But being that it is a blood rage that he's in, he will. If he's going to go out, he's going to go out in style.
Yep.
He will be shooting Kamal at him.
Okay.
On his
I'm
way down.
for that because it's such a cool scene. Free falling, firing you. Free falling,
He's on his back.
perhaps to your death,
He has
but
Kamal firing upwards to quick
as you're just
shots.
plummeting through the air.
Yeah.
Go on.
The first one will miss.
You're going to use your inspiration?
Yeah. Okay. I'll do that. Oh shoot! I should have done that on holding on to the dragon.
I only gave you your inspiration. I mean, maybe you had one from before, but never mind. Too late. I'm not going to retro it.
All right. The first one is a 19.
Mm-hmm. That's enough.
And second one, that is not a crit, but that's 26. So, let's see here. For the first shot.
Oof.
And 26 for the second shot.
Okay. As your arrows slam through the belly of the dragon, as you get to the other side of it, you know where the dragon's heart is. You've studied dragon anatomy, and you think you've got it in the heart. And it takes another couple of flats, but its wings start convulsing, and it also, you have the satisfaction of seeing it start to plummet to the ground as you strike the ground and take 67 hit points damage.
Messed up. Let me make a roll here. I gotta make a constitution roll. That's more than half of my.
Yeah, it would be.
Alright, that shouldn't be too bad. I got a 17, so I think that I survived. I'm laying on the ground, messed up. I got 1 hit point.
Nice.
Oh. Then you were lucky with the dice roll because the average would be 70.
Oh, that would have killed me.
Alright.
I'm going and laying there, busted all the heck.
So, as I look up, do I see the dragon falling?
Yes, you see the dragon crashing down into another, crashing down on the other side of the. You've crossed over the lip of the path, and you saw Bale thrown off the dragon, and now you see the dragon plummeting down.
Landed with a big giant hoof right, not too far in front of me. Yeah, hopefully.
A few. It'll be a 10-minute walk to get to where it is.
Ah, boo. Because I did plan to go where it fell. That was my idea.
Yes. Okay, I'll make you let you make a what would it be? A nature roll, DC 15, and if you make that, you've accurately predicted where it would land, and you're able to move your way swiftly enough through the terrain to get there before it's dead, if that's what you want.
Okay. All right. All right. I shall try my best to try and get there. Would it be nature?
Nature is just predicting its fall and things, and that's the most relevant thing, and predicting the best way to get to it.
Okay.
It uses
Oh, I got a 15 on the nose.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. You get to it. You predicted accurately where it would fall, and you run. You sprint. You don't arrive on the round. On the time it lands. You get there, sort of.
Just after
About
it
a
lands?
minute or a few minutes, a minute later, maybe.
Okay, but I'll be able
Half a minute.
to. Alright, but will I be able to do something on my turn or not?
You arrive. What do you want to do?
Okay, I walk up to it.
The dragon
and-
is not moving. Dragon's
Okay.
not moving. It's just bleeding out on the mountainside.
I walk up to it, of course, get in its range,
Yep.
and then bonus action because I got to.
Mhm.
I will definitely take a good spiritual guardians at it. Go, my
Okay.
spiritual guardians! Go and
Okay.
do this thing. It has to do a wisdom saving throw against me.
It's unconscious. It's dead. It's sort of not moving.
Oh, is it? Oh, I thought it was still alive.
No. It plummeted. Bale. You didn't see Bale's arrows, but Bale killed it from whilst he was falling.
Oh, okay. So if it's dead, then I won't waste the spell then. All right, and I go up to it and poke it with my sword just to make sure it's dead.
Okay.
Like totally dead. You know, like give it a good vicious poke. You know.
Yep.
And
It's dead.
all right,
If it wasn't dead, no, it just crashed against the floor. And actually, I'll just see.
I mean,
I will actually.
If you want me to roll an
And I'm
attack,
gonna. If it rolls. When you came across it, it was unconscious, but yeah, unconscious and incapacitated. You can kill it off if you want.
yeah, I'll kill it off. I drive my sword into its like back of its neck or something, like its skull region.
It was stable, but now you deliver a crit, which is 2 death saves, and if it rolls a 20, it will arouse, but no, it doesn't. So your next blow kills it. It takes 2 killing blows to kill a dragon, and there was a slight chance that it would revive, but no, it hasn't.
Okay, I after making sure it's dead, I tell the ladies to go bring Bale to me as I start start taking its claws off of its body, you know, and
Yep.
try to descale this thing.
Bale, what would you like to do, Bale?
Bale, what he's liking to do, he is laying there groaning in pain and looking at Kamal, making sure Kamal is still good and in one piece. And he's just breathing hard, still sweating. He's looking about. He can't believe that he can't that he's still in this plane of existence. And he's overwhelmed with all the events and the situation that he's at, but taking some resolve that he was true to his word and got retribution, at least on another worm. But he's banged up pretty bad. He don't want to move.
Yep.
No, but I did ask the Ariel and the rest of the girls to go and pick him up
Eventually.
for me.
Yep. Alice, it will be probably Ariel actually finds you, and and says, "I don't believe what you just did."
Friends and are the epitome of how I was raised for honor. We elves take few friends, but once you have a friend in an elf, it's a friend for life. And you get the same honor that we would give our family.
A friend in life.
And then he kind of goes, and that was a taxing job just to say that to him.
She calls over Alice, and the two of them, prop you up on their shoulders and support you as you make your way to the dragon camp, where Claire is at work. To skin it. Make a. Do you want to use nature, or what skill would you like to use to skin the dragon?
I probably would like to use medicine.
Okay, yep, medicine, surgery, that's sort of correct. Yeah. I mean, Woohoo! They didn't have sort of very skilled. Oh, okay, yeah, you're using your. You have some surgical knowledge, not advanced, but some sort of basic. You know how to cut off and amputate a limb, and you know how to keep blades sharp and where to cut, and you're making a decent job of taking the dragon skin and the claws, etc.
Yeah, and and like after the ladies bring Bale to me, I look at him and say, "You crazy fool! You were lucky to survive such a hectic fall." And like Claire, sort of like does a cure wounds on him. Let me see. I do it at a level 3 sort of thing, so I can increase it by another 2. Woohoo! All right. Okay, so that's 3d8 for you, my good friend, to heal you. Okay. Damn it! All right, I heal you for 10 first. Not very good.
Oh, 3 1s.
I know.
It's the minimum you could have done.
Yeah, and I try, but I try again.
But you're but that doesn't include that natural thing doesn't include your cleric of life bonus, does it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And then I cast it again. Oh, there you go, 25. There you go. That's a bit better. That's it. There you go. I healed you twice for 35 points of health. There you go. She says. That was, and then I'll probably use my feet skill to heal you even more. What's my feet skill? Which is bandage. When someone takes a rest or as I'm healing, I guess I could do that if we're resting. That is.
You tell me.
I look at Bale.
It's going to take you time to skin that beast. There's going to be at least a short rest.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. During the short rest, I'll activate my feet skill, which lets me heal him for 1d4 bandages. It's not much, but it does help. Okay.
You bandage the wounds and he gets. Yep.
He gets 4 hit points back. And I tell him to sort of wrap up his arm and wrap around his head, bandages around his head and all over his torso, around his belly, where all the scratches and burns are, and make him sit down in front of a cozy fireplace with with blankets, like a furry pelts over his body to keep him nice and warm, laying down as I see to this, as I go back to working on this dragon and skinning it and getting its meat and so forth for us to feast upon.
Well, during the short rest, I'll use some of my hit die, try to roll some hit die to get back some hit.
Okay.
I'll start with 4. Probably take a risk.
And as you're processing this dragon, various vultures and carrion birds watch you from the distance, and any sort of blubber or anything that you throw away, they fight over.
Yeah, I mean,
it's so big actually that they when you're working on one side, they go around the other and start picking on it and fly away when you come round it.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can I jar some of its blood?
Oh yes.
Yeah, I jar some of its blood. I take some of its talents. I take some of its teeth. I mean, I want to go on town on this dragon. I'm going to sell it. Make loads of money.
Yep.
I use
go
5 of my hit die.
Okay. Yep.
I mean, yeah, with the dragon scale, I guess in like I asked Ariel or any of the ladies if they know like any leather work or anything like that. They could turn this scales into like sort of dragon armor or something for themselves.
Leather work. You'll need an armorer or a leather work, but not. No, we don't know this. They don't know it.
All right.
You might need an alchemist for that. I don't know. There are magical properties in dragon armor.
Yes. All right. I take as much as I can carry. You know, as much as I can carry for like a suit of armor. Yep.
And the full pelt rolled up would be heavy and would basically be something you can't put it in your backpack or something. You'll just have to. Somebody would have to carry it.
Yeah, I sort of like. I look at let me see, who is the strongest. One I give it to Ariel. Not Ariel. I'll give it to a lady who is wise. No, Alice still alert. I asked Alice to carry it. Yeah, I asked Alice.
Yep.
I asked Alice.
Alice. Yep. Alice will take it.
All right. And like, so we tie it up and put it around her back, type thing, like a big giant sort of bedroll type thing. So it's like a big giant bedroll, like long ways, type thing, like you would have on a camping site, like long ways across their shoulders. So it's sort of like it's easy, more easier for her. Yeah, more easier for her to carry, I guess. And then with the meat and stuff, we will make some rations for all of us, type thing. And I'll just check on Bale to see how he is coping. I say, Bale, how you are coping, my good friend?
I'm coming along. As far as he's feeling a bit better and everything, but he'll ask, "Hey, could someone go out and look for my dagger I dropped?"
Your dagger is lost. There's no chance.
No chance? Okay. So let me scratch it off my...
And Ariel says, from that viewpoint up there in the sky, did you see any sign of Diggory?
Only when I hit the ground did I see any sign of Diggory, as our adventures pass before my eyes so quickly and tenderly.
Well, after we had a short rest and everyone is ready and prepared, and we took as much as we could, I sort of like I sort of turn to Bale and say, Bale, you have slayed the beast. You can claim any reward you want from its carcass.
Bale will get up stiffly, even though that he's back up to full hit points. But he's still going to get up stiffly. There's a lot of muscles that were used and abused in that. And he's going to say, thanks for all the assistance, but we have to get on. There's Diggory. Let us get going.
All right. She says, very well, but your trophy awaits for you, Claire says, knowing that you hate these worms, as you like to call it. No doubt you wish to claim a bit of its trophy before you leave.
You know,
Take one of its talents. She offers you the red dragon's talent, like
okay.
claw.
But Bale will say, fine, but my trophy will be saving Diggory from a fate that could be worse than even death with those hags.
Indeed. And then just press on then. And we do so.
Make
Leaving
an
the dragon.
intelligence check,
Oh.
Bale.
Ain't nothing like picking one of his worst ones.
DC 10.
Natural 20.
Okay. You remember that on top where the dragon was roosting, was just hiding out. You saw the dead sheep, but you also remember that there was a body of a humanoid
Up on top.
Yeah.
There was a body up there. I remember.
Oh.
You didn't,
in the fog.
you didn't get a good view of it, but you were up because it was behind the dragon. But you did notice it when it took off. But you were distracted by the dragon.
Let's go check the body. It may be Diggory.
Indeed. All right, and let's go and check.
All right. And Bale will pick up Kamal, check her over, make sure she's still in good shape, and hopefully she's in better shape than he is. And put her back on his back and.
Kamal's string is just singing at the moment.
And we'll be heading on back towards the crag.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you get back to the crag and you climb up. There you see Diggory on top of the crag, tied up and beaten up. He looks unconscious.
I sort of.
But he just his sort of blood-crusted eyes open as he sees you, and he croaks something at you. Just water.
Claire says, "Wait, do not move." Claire sort of like holds out her sort of blade and sort of like and does circle of truth on him.
Okay.
Diggory needs water. Let us give him water.
Wait.
Our
He has to do a wisdom.
needs some help. Let us help. This is family.
He has-
Family.
He has to do a wisdom saving throw of 15. Hello?
Hello. Yes, I'm just making it. Okay.
Alright. Okay. And I sort of say to him, "Are you really Diggory?"
and you hear him say, "Yeah, no, I'm a hag." And then he's, "Oh." And in front of you, Diggory's form, and now that you're actually looking at it, there were some sort of minor imperfections in it as well. But Diggory's form changes into that of one of the hags yesterday, but she's still tied up.
Ha! I knew it! You thought you can trick us that easily? I have been tricked too many times.
And you can have an inspiration for that, Colette.
Awesome. I've been tricked too many times in my lifetime by the Fae on these parts. I will not fall for your nasty little trickery anymore, hag. And like,
Okay. No more tricks. I'm a prisoner of the dragon. I'm a prisoner of the dragon. If you want to see your friend again, your friend is with with Cobra Lily at the bottom of the tarn.
I see. And this is you speak the truth?
I speak the truth.
And like Claire goes up to her and sort of like points her sword at her. You are abomination to this world.
Let me barter for barter. I know you may want to kill me, but I have news which will be valuable to you.
Very well. Tell me your news.
Promise me. Do you promise to let me live?
No.
Depends on the news you give me.
Your life depends upon the life of our friend.
Indeed.
The dragon the green is in my lair. I'm a green hag.
I see.
I could lead you. I can brew you a potion of water breathing to get you down there.
I see. Into the dragon's lair, I see.
Into my lair, but the dragon has taken it over.
I see. And tell me. And how do I know that you will not poison this water-breathing potion? How do I know that I can trust you?
Ask me to swear an oath.
Then swear me an oath by your...
Your magic holds me. You know I cannot lie.
Then swear me an oath by your great sister. What's her name? The great...
Queen Mab. Queen Mab.
Yes. Swear me by the name of Queen Mab that you will not poison these things. If you have broken this oath, then Queen Mab will relinquish of all your power.
I swear by Queen Mab in the name of Queen Mab and all that is unholy.
Hags have no honor.
I cannot.
She cannot lie. Very well.
Use your magic. I will brew the potion, and then you can use your magic on me again to check that they are not poison.
Very well.
Why don't we have a parlay outside of the lair? Send a message to those that have Diggory to meet us up here.
A life for a life, as I say. We will send you back to we will help you take you back to your lair, but in exchange for your life, we want our dwarven friend back.
And you shall have him.
Very well then. You are now our prisoner, hag.
I want no part of this anymore. This has been far too costly. I want no dealings with dragons and the chosen of Lathander. I will go back to being a hedge witch.
Well, she's asking us indirectly to battle that dragon that took her lair for her.
Indeed.
You feel up to doing that?
Indeed, great ranger. Very well. You will stay bonded in your ropes for now, and you will lead us to your entrance to your lair safely.
Can you breathe water?
No, but take us to the entrance.
And I will need to brew. You cannot enter my lair if you cannot breathe water. It is in the tarn.
Very well. I'll release your bonds for now, but I'll keep my sword pointed at you. He sets up a cauldron up for her, like a little pot, and points the daggers, releases her bonds, but points the sword at her just in case she tries to make a run for it.
I don't have all the ingredients with me now. We need to collect them up, she says.
Just full of excuses, aren't you, hag?
It will take. Can brew you one up in a short time. This is of little trouble for me.
Bale, how well are you at gathering things from the woods?
I gather things from the woods quite often.
Excellent. Tell Bale, the great ranger here, the dragon slayer, of your ingredients.
I need the wings of a pixie. I need the no. Actually, she's still in the circle of truth. She gives you she tries to trick you, but the power of Lathunder, she curses the power of Lathunder, which is too strong for her to play her tricks on you. And she tells you some ingredients that you know and are confident you can find relatively quickly.
All right.
A couple of hours search.
Bale will go and look for them.
She also has some of these, some of the rarer ingredients drying in places, and you bring them to her, and this is not a true magic potion. It will only last for 24 hours, but it will give you, it cannot be, it's unstable and will last for 24 hours. It will not give you water breathing for 24 hours, but it will give you water breathing for 24 hours. But the potion will not last for more than 24 hours, whether you drink it or not, she says.
Very well. She says, very well then. Now we have these potions. Lead us the way.
Okay. And before you tackle your second dragon of the session, I'd just like to have a pause and grab a coffee. Okay.
Sounds great.
All right. Awesome. Welcome back.
Cheers. Just give me a minute as I'll just checking over my notes and things. She leads you into the. Are you both back, Charlie? No, not yet. So she leads you down into the quarry, where years ago there's some human settlements up here, and they quarried this area for stone. The quarry isn't used anymore, and it's gradually filled with water, and goblins and hobgoblins and bugbears had a camp here a short while ago, but it seems to there don't seem to be any traces. There's still sort of the fire pits of the raiders around, and there's some watchtowers decently erected. They must have been built by the hobgoblins, but there's a palisade as well protecting the camp. But it's been badly burnt, probably by dragon fire, and a lot of the tents and things have been burnt as well. So and there's a lingering smell of the green dragon's breath and ash, where the red dragon and green dragon, possibly the battle started here that you saw last night, rise above the mountain as they were flying. But just at the end is a sort of it's dark, choked with weeds, and the hag walks sort of through, wades up. Dismal Ethel, she's called. She said, we lived like queens for a short time, but I thought I was onto a big thing. I was part of a coven, and we could even negotiate with dragons. You slayed, you slew Queen Ranavanlova, lipless, and the coven fell apart, and Widow Olga deserted me, and now it's only dismal Ethel Maggot again. But, I can lead you. I can lead you down. Are you ready to go? Are you ready to swim?
Yes, I am ready to swim. Lead the way, mighty hag.
Are you going in your armor?
Of course.
Okay.
Who wouldn't? I mean,
okay. You.
Well,
I'm gonna fight a dragon. I mean, it'd be crazy not to. I mean, I just walk along the bottom if I need to.
We have these potions, right?
Yep.
Bell, go ahead and drink down his.
Yeah, I drink down mine as well.
You're up to your sort of knees or thighs in sort of murky, weed-choked pool.
Okay.
And then he'll follow her.
We'll follow the hag.
Swims, and she swims faster than you because she's got a swim speed and you haven't. Well, actually, but the first bit you just need to swim straight down, and it gets darker and darker.
Mm-hmm. And I cast. Can I cast light upon my shield to follow her?
Has it got a verbal component?
Oh yeah. Can I use the string on the like?
Oh, actually, with water breathing, you can cast verbal spells underwater. Yep.
Okay. I cast light so I can follow her. Yay.
Bell will suggest not to give her full freedom.
No.
Take that rope, leave it tied around her.
Yeah, I tie it around her foot, but give it like 60 foot or 30 foot of length, so that she doesn't totally run away.
Okay. And she swims down to the bottom. She's also got water breathing, no problem. It's quite. It's probably about. It opens up into a large underground, just lake, basically. A water-filled place. There's a. It's just there's a very steeply sloping floor leading down to a dark bit, and the weeds down here are choking. And I'd like you all to make a save versus poison. 12.
Okay, con save. Oh bloody hell! Not my strongest point, but there you go. I take inspiration. Oh, there you go. That's giving out inspiration. Yeah, I saved. Yay.
12 for Bale.
Pardon?
12 for Bale.
And I got 20.
Okay.
And I got 20 for Claire.
There's something in the water down here that just has a nasty sort of smell to it, but it doesn't actually. It gives you a slight headache, but doesn't affect you worse than that. If you'd failed, you'd have the poisoned effect and have disadvantage on stuff. But you're able to sort of bottle down the worst of it, and do we just walk in? She says.
Lead the way.
Down in that dark cove down there is where the dragon and your friend will be kept.
Well, lead the way. We will follow. Do not worry. We'll try our best to make sure you don't get killed by the dragon.
Where's your sisters? If you want to call them that.
My sisters, you slew one of my sisters back at the farm, and Widow Olga, when the circle was broken, she and the dragons appeared. She wanted no more part of this, and she snuck off into the ether as the night hag she is. Coward.
So is there a secret way into your lair?
We can sneak through if we move there is not a secret way, but we can move through the weeds and not be spotted.
Very well. Lead the way.
And she starts leading the way, and the weeds start sort of entwining around your legs a little bit.
Okay. I sort of try to use my sword underwater. I'd like to, cut them loose.
Okay. Yep. You're able to sort of make your way through these reeds, but you think they're probably difficult terrain.
Yeah.
Bale will curse her for what trickery is this that you put upon us, trying to grab us.
This is just these are just natural plants of the underwater.
Mm.
So you said.
How long to the surface? Is the dragon actually sleeping underwater, or is he sleeping on like land?
It's sleeping underwater, or I'm not sure if it's sleeping. It's amphibious. It's staying underwater whilst the red is out there, and it can stay indefinitely.
Well, just take us to Diggory as quick as you can.
Okay. You go through a very dark sort of dark corner of the cave. It's really dark down here. Make a stealth roll, all of you, please.
Woohoo! Best part of the day. Oh, great. Stealth. Okay, I got a 3.
Okay.
10 for Bale.
Okay. She says just a little further, when suddenly the reeds all flatten as you're caught in this billowing green acrid choking cloud that the water suddenly becomes green and just sort of streams past your eyes like a green algae-ridden snowstorm. And I'd like you to make saving. It burn this green. This green. It has the familiar smell of dragon breath, and I'd like you to make a saving throw, Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. Woohoo! A 12.
Oh, actually, no. Make a perception roll first.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Perception roll.
You've got disadvantage, both of you, because you're in dim light conditions, or no.
Okay, I got.
Actually, you're in total darkness.
Alright. That'd be a 14 for perception.
Yep. Okay, it's not enough. So the first thing you do detect is this acrid green cloud of green dragon breath blasting at you. As it chokes into your nose and pores, make a Constitution save, please.
Okay.
Alright, that's a 15.
15 for me as well.
Okay, both of you manage to sort of cover your. It's burning into your eyes and your nose and every exposed bit of you, but you're able to avoid the worst of it, you think, and. Just a second. 19. It would have been 38, but 19 poison damage. And roll initiative, please.
All right. Woohoo! Woohoo! I got 17.
As you see behind this cloud, as it slowly disperses, a shadowy figure, the head of a shadowy figure in the water, serpentine, and its green eyes, slightly gleaming in the light of Claire's shield, of Claire's magic.
Bale's initial 6.
6. So Claire, you go first.
Okay, how far is the dragon from me?
Probably about 30 feet.
Okay, I walk up. You know what I'm going to do, don't you? I'm going to walk up to it, and
okay, you move 15 feet because it's difficult terrain. That's as far as you can move.
okay, and I will. Is it within 60 feet of me, or 30 feet of me?
Yep.
Or 30 feet, yeah. As long as it's within, yeah. As long as it's within,
15 feet.
Yeah, 50 feet of me. Is it 50 feet of me?
15.
Yeah. Is it that? Is it that?
Yes, I'll say it's just on the limit of 15 feet. Yep.
Okay. Guys, what's Spiritual Guardians? Bonus action. Boom. Wisdom saving throw.
So, even underwater, these spirits leap out from around you and swarm out, burning at it.
So it'll probably take half if it passes, but if it fails, it'll take 8.
8. Okay.
And yeah, and I raise my shield, and yeah, that's all I could do because it cost me an action to cast it. No, it's a bonus action. Sorry, it's a bonus action. Yeah. So my other action is to take the dodge action. There you go.
Okay. Okay. Then the next to act is Bale.
Now, what's our light situation?
It's Claire's got some light, and now that she's moved up to within 15 feet of the thing, you can just see its head poking out of the.
She's providing sunlight in there, so.
Yep. Otherwise, it's complete darkness, and your dark vision. It's more than just. It's like a fog. This water, so it's half your normal dark vision.
And Bale's going to look to see if he can see Diggory, and see what this hag is doing.
The hag. Let's have a look. The hag is. I didn't roll for the hag, but the hag is. The hag, you're not sure what the hag's going to do yet.
Okay.
And Diggory's not within range of your vision. No.
All right. Do I see the wall of the lair?
You can only see the floor, and occasionally there are sort of rocks, but you're all underwater. Everything's underwater.
Okay. But what Bale's going to try to do is get to the wall. He'll look for the floor and try to feel for where the wall is, and he's going to try to work himself around the back of the dragon or the back of the lair in hopes of finding Diggory's body.
Okay. As a as a ranger, do you get to ignore difficult terrain or not?
In the version of the Ranger that I'm working at right now,
Hmm.
which is the classic, I'll say classic,
Yeah,
because
the original,
standard
the
player
player's
handbook.
handbook one.
I don't believe I have any bonuses. I'm going to check my, just double check. Yeah, no, I don't. I got forest and mountains for natural explorer. So the answer to that is no.
No, I won't. I won't count this as mountains, even though you're in the mountains. It's underwater.
I
So,
wouldn't either. It would be underwater.
so you can't move as fast as would, and you can't see very far. Make a survival check to see if you can find the wall.
All right, that will be 11 on the dice and survival. Where are you? Okay, 5 for survival, 16.
Okay, you detect the way to the from water flow and the way things are moving and the sort of slight bit of shadows and different. You make your way to a rock. Wall is wrong. It's a natural sort of sliding up bit of rock going up at an angle.
All right.
You're in a natural cavern.
Yeah, so it'd be what he would possibly think to be the wall that he could use as a tactile sensation at the feel around and get an idea of the shape as he goes.
Yep.
Okay, that's what he's doing.
Okay. And that's half your movement to get to the wall. Is there anything else you'd like? I mean, that's your full movement to get to the wall. But would you like to take an action or a dash action, or what would you like to do?
Yeah, I'll burn up the other part of my actions with the dash to give me my full movement.
Okay, so you move 35. You move 35, sort of moving slightly perpendicular to where you saw the dragon head. You've lost sight of it now.
Okay.
And as the guardians bite into the dragon disappears back into the gloom.
All right.
Claire.
Okay, what did it swim away? Okay, well, like what? Like a disengage action, you mean, or like full speed?
It just moved. It didn't need to disengage because it wasn't actually in combat range of you. It just moved away. It just its head just pulled back out of the. It was being attacked by your spirit weapons, spiritual guardians, and it just pulled out of the edge. It was only ever in the edge of the cloud, and then it's pulled away. It's disappeared.
Okay, I look for a way out of this water, like trying to find like a sort of slope going to like dry land, so I can get.
Okay, you can start
ground.
pushing. You know the direction that's sort of slight. The floor is slightly sloping, and you start heading in that direction.
Yeah, but also I still take the dodge action.
Okay. Make a perception roll.
Okay. Perception roll. A 10.
A 10. You notice that the hag has with a sharp stone has cut the rope that was binding her.
Okay, fair enough.
Back to you. So you're just pushing your way up through the water, sort of walking up the sort of underground slope through the bottom of this lake. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, just pushing my way up.
Okay. It's slightly irregular and uneven. So there are different ways you can go up. It's not obviously just one direction. Make a nature roll to choose which path you take. Which path would be best, please? In the gloom.
I just want to just get out of the water, really. Just like want to go up the slope.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you've come down. You are very deep underwater. You've come down deeply. You've come down about 60 feet underwater.
Okay, I move. I try
So
and
the
move.
pressure's quite.
I try and move 30 feet. Like I try to move 25 feet towards shore, or trying to think. There is like
Basically,
shore.
you'd have to go back up the chute that you came down. That's the only way that you know definitely that will lead out of water. Steps.
Yeah, I head that way.
Okay.
Knowing that I haven't got long left for water breathing, so I guess then I'll probably head that way.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your round?
No, I just head back up towards the chute.
Okay. Also, it will be a difficult climb to get up that chute. You think coming down is very easy, but in armor, being a sort of slippery underground chute will be difficult.
I use my sword to dig into the ground and just pull myself up. You know,
Well, that's your plan when you get there. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a quarry, so it's not earth; it's rock. That's underneath you with a bit of weeds growing off the rock, but there's not a deep earth sort of base to it. It's basically rock that's forming the walls here. Okay, back to Bale. You see Claire going off in the opposite direction, back towards the way you came.
All right. Bale's still gonna proceed trying to feel his way around
Mm-hmm.
in the dark, looking for Diggory.
Okay. You push on. You sort of push on, following this. You're not sure. It's not a natural cavern. It's not. So, though you're at the sort of what could be a limit, you could start climbing up this wall if you want, or just following it.
Well, since we've drank the potion of water breathing and such, that he's not going to concern himself so much with the climbing up out as he is trying to get an idea of the shape of it and what options there might be there, and hopefully trip over Diggory.
Okay. Okay, you push on through the dark, looking for some sign of Diggory. You hear in the darkness. I'm going to say water breathing also gives you some sort of sense of water hearing, or and you hear the hag's voice. This way, this way. I can lead you to your friend.
Damn, put me in a hell of a position.
You can't see the hag, but you can hear her voice.
Yeah, and I haven't trusted hags, so, but I know I can't see because it's complete darkness now.
Yep. I mean, you've got your dark vision. So if something comes within 30 feet, you can just make it out. If it comes within 15 feet, you can see it well enough.
I'll follow the hag with the thought that right now she's the best impossible choice of finding anything of Diggory. And his desire to find Diggory is going to overwhelm his distrust at this moment.
Okay. You follow the sound of the hag's voice. It was a low voice. She's trying not to be heard, and you can't see her, though you can hear her voice nearby. You think she's probably become invisible.
Oh, okay.
Similar.
And I'll follow in that direction, trying to stay as quiet as I can. But I don't want to get too far from the wall that I have, where I can off to one side feel something, even if it's just with my fingertips.
Okay. Claire, you push on through the weeds and the murk and the grime. It's very you can see just in front of you, and you're making your way back to the bottom of the chute that you came down. It's like this was a mine, this place, and this is the mine shaft leading up.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, okay, you get back to the shaft, the bottom of the shaft, and make a climb roll, an athletics roll, DC 15, but at disadvantage.
Okay.
Please.
Okay, I got a 13.
13. Okay. You start climbing a little bit, but then you get to a point where you can't find anything to grab to pull yourself up further anymore. And though you stab with your sword, you can't find any purchase with the sword.
Mm-hmm. All right. I keep trying.
Okay. You think you'll have to probably go back down and try another way.
Mm.
This route. Go back to the bottom of the shaft and try another route up the rock climbing. You choose a path, and sometimes you get to a certain place and find there isn't any purchase and you can't pull yourself any further, and you go back down and try a different path up the route of the rock. I'm not saying it's impossible, just the route you chose was impossible and you'll have to go back down and start again.
Yeah, I'll probably go back down and I let the current take me down to, I go back down.
Yep.
And try and go back to the point where, back to the weeds, type thing, and try and swim upwards.
No, in your armor you can't swim upwards.
Okay.
You could take off your armor.
I just keep walking until I find a slope or something.
Okay.
Keep looking around.
Okay, that will be your next intention. Okay, back to Bale. You're following the voice, and you sort of see reeds parting in front of you, and sort of sign of the hag, sort of slight ripples in the water, but movement, but you don't actually see it itself. And until you get to a place where you see basically just there are lots and lots of heavy chests here, and among the chests, attached by reeds and with reeds tied to it, you see Diggory's body there. His eyes open as he sees you, but his arms and legs are just held by the reeds. He looks at you and says, "Stay away." He seems to be able to speak underwater as well. "It's a trap." And the hag says, "I have taken you to your friend. Our deal is done."
Bale will pull out Talus's short sword.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll reach over and go ahead and try to cut Diggory free.
Okay. In a round, one round, you can from the roots that are holding him.
Okay.
The water is slightly warmer here. You notice.
Okay. Now, does there seem to be a set current?
A what? Sorry, I just didn't hear.
Is my audio too low?
It's all right. It's a little low. It's harder to hear you than it is to hear David. But
all right. Hopefully that's better.
Yep.
As far as that, is there a designated current that could be felt where there's almost like a channel of water going in a certain direction?
No, there's not. No, but no, there isn't.
Is there?
Not here.
Okay. Is there an undertow?
No, there doesn't seem to be any kind of current or anything like that. It seems still.
And Diggory will go ahead and
Bale.
grab Diggory's hand and say, "Come on, this way." That's probably
Are you here to?
everything he could do.
I'd like to warn you, Bale. I think I saw a dragon earlier. Just a minute, he says, and goes and grabs what looks like a huge gold nugget or a large gold nugget.
And Bale will look at him, and in his eyes, he ain't gonna waste his breath, but in his eyes, he's gonna say, with his eyes, say, "You really gotta get that now?" Type of look.
Actually, I was going to make you make a roll, but no, not because of your expertise. It's not a nugget. It's a dragon egg. It's probably a gold dragon egg.
Okay. All right. He's still gonna give him that look, like, "Really now? You think this is the best time for this, huh?" And then I'll try to feel our way to a channel or a shaft.
Okay. I'd like both of you to make stealth rolls, please.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, a 9. I'm not the stealthiest.
That's a 7 for Bale.
Wow,
Yeah.
I didn't know you could get that low, Bale.
Yeah. Roll a 1.
Make a perception check as well at disadvantage, please.
Okay. Okay, a 22. That is with a disadvantage.
13.
Wow. Bale? Well, let me just check.
Bale's perception was 13.
13. Okay. You notice just before it happens. You're watching out, and you notice the shadow of some large serpentine creature swimming towards you through difference in the movement of the water, which alerts you to its approach. Though you're not even sure that you've seen it yet. But roll initiative, please.
Okay. Well, both of us?
Because you've separated, I mean, you can, yes, please, David as well.
Okay, I got a 4.
An 8 for Bale.
Okay. Okay. So the dragon appears out of the gloom, breathes at you. Again, a swarm of green poisonous algae flows out of its mouth, washing over you and Diggory. 4. Make a make a saving throw.
Okay.
A Constitution.
All right.
Oh, ouch.
16.
No, Claire, it's not on you. You're in a different place, so it's on Diggory and Bale.
16.
Oh, okay.
16. Okay, you avoid the worst of it, so you take half, which will be 23.
Ow.
Poison stings you and stings into you, and I'll presume Diggory will survive that because he's a dwarf with resistance. Yep.
Alright.
And then having let loose this, since it snakes around and starts peers into the gloom. You can go after it or continue along your route.
Continue on our route.
Okay. You can vaguely see the glow that you presume a glow in the distance that you presume would be Claire. Will you make your way towards that?
She went a different route. That's back.
Do you happen to have a weapon? Do you happen to have a weapon I can use, Master Bale? Says Diggory.
Yeah, Bale will hand Diggory his other short sword.
Okay. Yep. Diggory takes the short sword.
As far as that would be his short sword named Cold, and okay, he'll look at Diggory with wanting eyes. Which way should we go? I see a light to our right and unknown to our left, and Lord knows what's in front of us.
Let's rendezvous with Claire if that's the light.
Well, I don't know if it is, but that's what we'll do.
Okay. Pushing towards the light. And yeah, you get to Claire. You see some figures coming out of the gloom in your direction, and
Okay, I approached the 2 figurines, knowing good well that it's probably Bale and Diggory, and I say, the way out is strong, and there is no way out of here. We need to find an alternative route. I don't know how long this. I do not know. I do not know how long this water breathing spell will last for. But we need to get out of here quickly and sharply.
Well, the hag said it lasts for a day. But you got a rope?
Yes, I got some rope here. She passes you some rope.
And Bale will go ahead and tie one end of the rope to an arrow, and he'll shoot the arrow out the shaft, trying to set it in one of the upper parts of the shaft in the wood.
Crossbows would work underwater, but longbows and other types of bows have a very limited effect. But you are a sharpshooter.
Well, how far away? How far is the shaft?
Well, you can't see. I mean, you get to the bottom, and just judging by the angle, you came down 60 feet directly down. So you could just judge the angle and shoot an arrow.
Yeah. The longbow, even half the distance with longbow, I'd be able. I should thinking, and this is what he would be thinking. I should be able to hit something.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you still. I'm going to quarter the range.
Okay.
But even so, it should be far enough to get to the top. But
yeah,
with your sort of. Hard rock and to find purchase, you're shooting at disadvantage because it's blind, and I think angle and against rock, you're going to actually only a crit. It's not a. Actually, maybe if it goes out of the water, and there are things outside there that you could on. Difficulty 18 or AC 18. You've got to hit at disadvantage.
All right.
And you can only have one shot around because you need to attach the rope.
Yep. Hopefully it don't get worse than that. Well, I did a little bit. That'd give me an 18.
An 18. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. The arrow doesn't come back, and the rope feels quite taut, but you're not sure how strong it will, how much weight it will support. But you're underwater, so it's not. It might support your weight.
Now,
without dragging out.
Do we have Grundretta with us?
No, she'll be at the campsite with Ariel and with Alistair Alert. They didn't come with us.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out who's the lightest.
You'll probably the
actually.
Diggory will probably be the lightest. Or you.
I think it's probably Bale.
Yeah, Bale, you're the lightest out of all of us.
All right, then Bale will attempt to climb out.
Okay, and as you're about to leave, make a perception roll, all of you.
Ooh, okay, that's an 18 for Bale.
You notice the approach of
I got
the sort
22.
By now, you notice the familiar sort of of the reeds as something big is swimming, and the reeds are slightly pulled towards it.
Okay. Can I sort of send a spell in that direction to catch it off guard?
You can. Probably not off guard. No, surprise has gone. But you can send a spell.
Yeah, I'll send. I send my spiritual weapon after it. Go, my spiritual weapon.
Okay. Are you sending it off blind? Of where you can see,
no, actually,
or will you put it at the limit of your range? And
actually, I won't do spiritual weapon. Actually, I'll do sacred flame because I don't need to see. Sacred flame.
You need to see your target.
Your target. Yep.
It's voice and sound.
Yeah, but in the spell's description or the cantrip,
you do need to be able to see.
It says that you have to see.
All right. Okay. All right, and I'll try and hit it with my sacred flame.
Okay. Yes, and that won't interfere. Well, neither of them will interfere with your. Actually, you could do both if you want, sacred flame and spirit weapon.
Nah, I just do sacred flame. Sacred flame,
okay.
Go. I'll try to. There you go. DC 15 dex save.
Okay. Ah, yes, it's a dex save, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, what are you doing? Are you waiting until it appears?
Yes, I'm waiting for it to appear, and then just go reach out with my hand. So
action. Ready in action to do sacred flame the moment it appears.
Yeah.
And Bale?
Bale's just with a free action holler, hurry, climb! And Bale's climbing up the rope.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to blind it or something with my sacred flame or something.
Okay. See it. It sees you as well. Well, actually, it sees you before. It's got blind sight. And again, there's this green poisonous algae wave coming in your direction as you. Let's see if it. No, it twists out of the way and then opens its mouth, and this green algae, poisonous algae, bug for you. All of you. Make your Constitution save, please.
I got 12. Ouch.
16.
16.
Yeah, for a Bale.
Actually, Diggory just says we can swim. Claire's the only one with heavy armor. She can't swim, but they've stolen Diggory's armor. So and you got light armor. You can full speed, not slowly, but you can swim.
Well, Bale intends on climbing the rope.
Okay.
As I said. So.
Yep. So the damage from the poison is 39 or 19.
That's hurting.
39 if you don't, 19 if you do.
Okay. And I start, as soon as the dragon disappears, I start pulling myself along the rope.
Okay.
Fastly as I can, like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You start. It's not very fast. Your move, climbing underwater, is not your fastest move.
Do you wish me to roll my strength to see if I can try to pull myself faster?
No, you've got a rope. You've got a rope, and you can just If you want to take risks, pull yourself faster, but you might lose grip of the rope and fall.
True. No, I just keep.
Or you can just move at 15 feet.
Yeah, I just keep moving at 15, as fast as I can at 15 feet.
Okay. Okay, and Diggory is just swimming upwards. He's not on the rope, and he's swimming quite fast. Actually, he's quite a strong swimmer, and he's swimming faster than Claire. And what?
As he passes,
are you using the rope or not?
As he passes me, I tell him to pull me up. Pull me once he gets to dry land.
I will. Oh, trust me, I will. And Claire?
No, I just stay down.
Bale's trying to move as fast as he's possible with the rope.
Okay. Your arrow. Do you remember what armor class you hit? Let's see. Did you
18.
roll it on D20 or not? The spot.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
It was 18.
Okay. How am I going to do this? 18. The higher you get. There are 2 people on the rope now, and it might pull free. If I roll is the base DC of breaking it. If there's one of ripping it free, if there's one person climbing the rope, I'd roll it straight, but 20 because there are 2 people on the rope. If any of these rolls are 19 or 20, it breaks free.
Broke free.
Because there's the weight of both of you on the rope, and you're sort of pulling yourselves up, something goes free, and suddenly the rope starts sort of slipping through your hands, and you feel yourself falling down. You've got no option. Bottom, and Bale, you could swim.
Bale's gonna swim as he feels the rope going through his hand in the wrong direction, and the lack of tautness.
Yep.
He's gonna let go, and he's gonna start stroking as fast as he can.
Okay, you start making your way up. You'll be up in. It will take 4 rounds of swimming to get to the surface. You've already done 1 round, so it'll take 3 more rounds.
Okay.
This time the dragon comes out of the gloom and attacks Claire on the closes on Claire and attacks Claire on as she lands. Now Claire, I'm afraid you're prone as you land, so it's attacking with advantage.
Okay.
Just a second, where are my notes? Cobra Lily. And you hear it hiss through the water. The Jade of Chiontha, feel my wrath.
Oh, it has to do with the saving throw as it comes near me. Yay!
Yep, that's fair enough. Beat you, but only just to attack. It can't back off either. So first of all, wisdom save.
Yeah. Oh, it failed, and I do 3d8 damage to it as with my angels of death.
Okay. Tell me.
I do 10 points of damage to it.
Okay. But she just shrugs through these angels and 2 claws and a bite. So the first claw or
Misses.
is that advantage? So nope.
Nope.
Your armor class. What is your armor class?
With shield is 21.
Okay, you get your shield up and save yourself from the first claw.
Oh.
The second claw also scrabbles at your shield, and then it lunges out to bite you.
Oh.
Oh, my roll 20 is okay, but you're just lying on your back, sort of beating it off with your beating off its attacks with your shield.
Okay.
Darkness.
And
it lets out a hiss of frustration.
Okay, I stand up.
See. Okay, and it starts filling its lungs after its 3 attacks. And now back to Diggory. You're further up, and is there anything you'd like to add to that, Bale, or are you just dashing? Actually, you're dashing, so it will only take 2 rounds to get to the surface. That's what you're doing?
Yes.
Okay, yep. So you need another round of movement. Claire, what would you like to do?
Okay, I see it
scrabbling at you in front of you.
I see it take
damage on it. It takes damage on its turn, not your turn, doesn't it?
I see it take a deep breath, I'm guessing.
Yep.
And I move. I try to like swim. I sort of like try to like lunge at it. Lunge at it right under its belly. Like try to like get as under it as humanly possible.
I mean, it's not on the floor of the cavern. It's swimming around, so it's sort of floating in the water in front of you, almost hovering where it is, just moving its wings slightly to keep it stable.
Okay.
Can dive underneath it if you like, but what's your intention there?
I guess I just want to try to get it in an awkward position. Find it awkward, Actually, I'm just gonna. I will move my shield and shine it and cast light upon my shield into its face. Try to blind it.
Okay. So you're casting light right in its eyes, or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll give it round, but it won't blind it.
Oh. Oh well, I tried. I mean, I could try to hit it.
Anything else you'd like to do? Anything else you'd like to do? No.
I could try to hit it.
No, you cast your light at its face.
Okay.
It's not an offensive spell, but it will disorient it for 1 round. And you can move as well, or use your bonus.
I move into some of the weeds, like trying to get some like cover, type thing, like trying to get some, like crouch, like walk to some weeds and use the weeds as cover, type thing, like hide myself.
A particularly thick patch.
Yeah, really
thick patch of weeds. You just dive into the thickest patch and hope that this will sort of shelter you from the dragon breath. Okay.
I'll try to hide from it.
Hide. Yeah. Okay. I'll grant you that you've distracted it with the blindness, with the light, and then you've dived into weeds. And when you cast light on it, the light on your shield disappeared. So make your stealth roll, but you're still in heavy armor, so it's at disadvantage.
Okay. Oh, an 18 at disadvantage. There you go.
18.
Yes, I did it.
Okay. Yep, 18. You dive into the reeds, and disoriented by the flash of light, it doesn't know exactly where you are. Roll your damage for the spirit guardians.
Okay. Who says the paladin cannot hide? Oh god. Okay, I did 6. I did nothing to it.
6. Yep,
Yeah.
and halved for 3.
Yeah.
So, having lost sight of you for a second, it just sweeps its wings and gives a powerful thrust to go up the chute towards the other two, and looses its poison breath at the other two who are approaching the surface. Make a Constitution save as you're in poisonous algae.
Oh man. Alright. That's a 15.
These are awesome sort of 45 or halved for 22.
Holy shoot.
And the DC was 14, so you've made your save on that one. I didn't tell you the DC, did I?
No.
So you avoid the worst of it and take 22 instead.
Still, that's pretty hard. But that's the way it is.
Slayer of my sister, I will have my revenge.
So after that, we make
Yep.
it to the top.
You get to the surface.
Okay. And as soon as I get to the surface, rolling over the edge, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself at second level.
Okay.
I'm so close to death it hurts. Okay, plus 2 and 2. Okay. That's all I can do. Oh well, I could do a free action, but it wouldn't make sense in the scheme of it.
Okay. Claire, it's your turn. What would you like to do? You're lying in deep weeds.
Right.
You can, if you take an action, or basically you're hidden and it hasn't noticed you.
Okay.
If
So
you
what?
take any action or move, it might notice you, but at the moment it's unaware of where you are.
Okay. So she keeps still in the reeds, takes out her, with the rope that she's got around her arm, because that's what she's been doing, like a fisherman thing, wrapping it around her arms, type thing to pull herself up, but it's all wrapped around
the
her
rope
arms.
has sort of fallen back. Yep.
Yeah. She gets the end of the rope and ties it to the end of her bolt pistol. Bolt.
Crossbow.
Yeah.
Crossbow.
Yes, crossbolt thing. For my crossbow.
You've got a crossbow?
So I got,
Okay.
yes. And I just I crank it up, and load it and tie it and tie it. And this time
Okay.
I tie the rope around my waist, as I'm hiding, and just wait and won't move.
Okay.
That'll take me some time.
Make
That'll take me
Still.
time to. Yeah, it'll take me time to do it all.
these little movements. You're doing it stealthily. Make a stealth roll. Not at disadvantage. Just make a normal stealth roll.
Alright. Okay. If I get something. Okay, I got a 10.
10. Okay. I can see you, little. I can see you. I can see your angels. I can see the rope pulling into where you are.
We just come here to get our friend and leaving you in peace. We have killed your enemy, the Red Dragon, I sort of say.
You are my enemies. You have killed my sister. Sister Jade of Chionthar.
It was not us that killed your
My
sister.
father. My father might have his games and plans for you, but I just want revenge.
Oh well. Well, at least we killed the red dragon. That's what I say.
Red dragons have no patience. They think they are the king of beasts, but they are only the king of combat. Why did father release you?
He did not release us. We got away.
So you do not know?
No.
Is it you are seeking?
But I am.
Why are you traveling? Yes.
All I wish to do is to travel. All I wish to do is travel with the Genesi to the deserts, and that is all, really. I wish to not cause any aggro between your kind or cause any war. All I wish to do is leave you in peace and you leave your home in peace. I did not kill any of your sisters or any of your kind. I have killed. We have defeated the red dragon in your name, as you can smell his blood if you like. Upon my armor. You
fight well, but down here in the pool, I am the queen.
Indeed, you are the great queen of this murky sweat. All we have come to do is rescue our friend, the dwarf, and be on our way. If you do not believe that I have killed this, if you do not believe that we have killed this red dragon, here's proof. I open up one.
I can smell his death, and I am surprised that you defeated it, but I am. But I do not doubt you. Go on, Bale.
Bale, after casting his spell, will roll back over by the pool. He's going to put his face down in the pool, and in Draconic, he's going to send a threat to this green dragon, threatening to destroy this dragon's egg we have if he doesn't give us our Clara safely.
You hear some strange noises coming down from the surface, Bale, not Bale, Claire, but the dragon, who's sort of hovering around outside the limit of your... You can see it because it's illuminated by your light spell. It raises its head to the surface, and you see it pull back its lips and curl its lips and bare its fangs in anger, as he said, and it says, "Sister, he has a powerful bow. I wonder if I can lure him down."
Bale will say, "We'll give you to the count of 10 to give us an answer, or else this egg will be Diggory's dinner."
Don't harm the egg, she says. Please, don't harm the egg, she says in Draconic.
Give us our
Make an insight.
cleric.
Make an insight roll, Bale.
Oh, not very good. Insight, where are you at? There you are. 10.
Okay. Yep. She sounds panicked by what you say. You do not know what you meddle with, he says.
Bale will say 1.
You are fools.
Then he'll say 2.
Harm that egg, I will destroy you all. I will raise you from the earth. I shall destroy you and all your kin and everything you hold dear.
3. And then in common, he'll say, Diggory, start the fire.
Diggory says, this isn't the color of the other dragon eggs we destroyed in the other place.
So? Shh.
I've got a liking for gold.
Bargaining chip. He'll whisper to Diggory. And he'll say, in Draconic, 5.
I will send your cleric up to you, she says. And as she says that, you see her lungs beginning to fill with to fill again. Claire.
I say to the dragon, I say, the elf is a man of his word, and he vows what he vows. I do not speak for him. If you let me go, I give you my word that I will give you the egg for my safety. I do not lie. You can see beyond my reasoning.
You're a woman of honor, she says, stretching her hands and suddenly her wings, and suddenly she thrusts again up the shaft.
Okay.
And last minute, Bale, you see this whoosh and this dark shape emerging from underneath towards you, and suddenly again a cloud of algae comes firing up at you. You've got sort of decent cover if you can roll back out of the way in time. I'm going to give you advantage on this Constitution save.
Okay.
No, I won't give you advantage. I'll just give you a straight roll. But if you fail, you take half damage, and if you make it, you take full.
Okay. 6.
And if you make it, you take none.
16.
Okay. So this algae, you're able to roll out of the way before it explodes, and then she twists in the shaft, and you just see a sort of a ripple of a long green snaky body on the surface of the water as she down.
Am I outside? Did she pull me out?
No, she didn't.
All Bale will say is he'll put his head back into the water. 6.
Oh, good on you. You can have an inspiration for that. And Claire, what will that time?
I say, you have my. I say to the dragon, put your ego to one side, great beast of the waters. You have my word. If I go to safety, this dragon egg that you desire will be in your clutches. You have my word by the names of Lathander and all the gods.
I have your words, but can I trust the word of that dragon slayer? He has a taste for the blood of dragons. I do not believe you control his actions. Make an insight roll.
Insight
At disadvantage because you're not sure.
Okay, insight. Insight. Okay. A whopping 11.
Okay.
But I say to the dragon, I know that this elf, if he vows something, he will keep it. He has given me his blood oath to me that he will protect me no matter what.
He doesn't seem to be doing a very good job now, she says.
But you have my word, Greenest.
7.
1.
Do not do anything you will regret later, you hear a voice.
It's getting down to dinner time, he'll say, down there. 8.
You better let me go. I promise you that nothing will come to harm.
Diggory's low voice going, but we can't kill a gold.
Bale will say.
He says that under his breath, or at a pace, at a sort of volume that the dragon can't hear, or so he imagines.
But Bale will add into it. Not so much that he heard that, but I don't think Tiamat would approve of you allowing a mere human to be given away to save a dragon, any kind of dragon.
My father warned you that you were tricky and cunning. But do I sister before I am loyal to any gold.
9. Send her up and I'll send the egg down.
In it or broken?
As is.
Again, you see her thrusting up the tunnel. This light face coming towards you. Her lungs filling. You can see the green poisonous algae boiling in her mouth as it gradually opens as she's coming flying towards you.
I'll roll to the side.
Okay. This time she actually explodes out of the water and breathes directly down on you and Diggory. You just have to make the normal Constitution save.
Is she left the actual water?
Yep.
Fine. As she's left, I get out of the algae and then shoot my crossbolt to try and hit a tree or something, or something,
19.
Okay. You make the save, but even so, it's a nasty one. 27.
Holy shoot.
Up.
So can I shoot my crossbow?
By a breath.
Okay. Yes, Claire, you can shoot your crossbow. Roll it to hit.
Okay.
Holy shoot. That was a good one.
That's my proficiency. 12.
12. Okay. Bow finds purchase in something, but it doesn't seem very strong. Well, you don't know. It finds purchase, and when you pull, the rope seems taut and to hold your strength, hold your weight.
I'll give it a good sharp tug to see if it, if it does so.
Roll a strength check and tell me your result.
Okay. I got a 9.
A 9 total plus 3 for your strength, or including the 3.
Yeah, including
Okay.
3. Yeah.
Oh no, strength saving throw. Yep, it holds.
Okay. I start pulling myself up slowly and
Okay.
gradually.
Okay, so Claire, yeah, that's you. Now, Bale, it's your turn.
Bale has one choice right now. And he's going to cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level again on himself. Oh, come on. All right. That's 10. And that's 18. He gets back at least 18. All right. That gives him a whopping 19. All right. That's what he's doing. And he'll say, "What do you say?" And show the egg.
And in response, any suggestions?
Any suggestions? My suggestion
I think-
would be bias.
I guess the
What
dragon
would Diggory? What would Diggory's reaction be here? Do you think?
He'd be like, "Oh my!" I'm guessing.
I think Diggory would probably try to broker a deal for his life and to save a gold dragon egg,
Yep.
since he's so fond of gold dragons.
He is fond of gold dragons. He doesn't want the dragon egg to break or to be destroyed. He'll he grabs the egg and starts running in the opposite direction, trying to draw, shouting, "Here to me!" Trying to draw the dragon away from you and towards him.
Okay.
If the dragon hates you as you, so she goes, attack Diggory 5 to 6. She'll attack you. She goes for Diggory, and she starts laying into Diggory with her claws and her bite.
Ooh, nasty.
Claire, you're climbing. Make a d20 roll, please, and try not to roll 13 or more.
Okay. Oh, an 8.
Okay. Yep. You make it up 30 feet round to climb before you're out of the water.
Okay.
Over to Bale.
Bale.
The dragon is the
Will take-
let me just add the and as he attacks. Okay. Now over to Bale.
Bale will take Kamal and shoot at the green dragon twice with taking the -5.
Okay.
Let's see here. On the first one. Oh, yes, a crit.
Oh.
Let's see what the second will be. And the second will be a 19.
Okay.
And
So it's already injured, so you can double all your damage dice.
let's see here. That's that on there. Now, wasn't there something about Camille
Oh yes. Yeah.
on a
Yep.
crit?
You've taken yes. It becomes slaying, so you can basically it becomes the arrow becomes dragon slaying. So again, if you've taken dragon breath damage, which you certainly have, so you can add 66, and it might be able to say keep D10. I mean, but
60-10?
yes, but it can save. Keep that total separate because it can save for half against that. It can't save against the rest of your damage, but it can save for half
Okay.
against that.
Let's see here. We'll do the first blow first on that damage. So that. That's 32 on the first.
On the basic damage.
On the basic damage, and 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and that's, let's see here, 6, 8, 16, 26, 32, and 40 for that.
40 for the other. So it does make it safe. So it's reduced to 20 plus 32, 52 total. It's not quite enough to. It's not enough to blood eat in one, but still, it was a crit. So I'd like you to roll a d20, please.
Okay. 1.
Oh, you shoot it through the eye, and dragon's eye. Scream of pain.
And then the second shot damage is 18, 21.
21. Okay.
And 2
Wow.
arrows down.
It's hurt. Okay, it lets out it's clearly blooded and screaming with blood streaming from its eye. It twists around and dives back into the pool. But as it's going down, it comes across.
It comes across my
How long
angels.
does your angels last? Spirits, guardians.
10 rounds.
Okay, it'll have gone by now.
Okay.
Claire, you see the dragon blooded in the eye. It's lit up, but blood streaming out of its eye, plunging down through the tunnel back into its cave.
Has it gone past me?
It will go. It's about to go past you.
Okay, I move closer to it, so that way I can get into its combat.
Okay, so you'll take an opportunity. You can't. You don't have a. You're climbing a rope. You've got both hands on the rope. You can't make an attack of opportunity.
No,
unless you have a weapon in your hand.
No. But I just want to get close to it, so I can just like go, spiritual angels, come to me. So
how many times can you cast? You cast 2 third-level spells on.
I got 3 of them.
Yeah, this would be your 4th, so I'm afraid you can't. I don't think you've got it. You can't do that because you cast heal at 3rd level twice on
Yeah, I did.
on Bale earlier.
Okay,
so
I do a spiritual weapon. I do a spiritual weapon on it then.
Okay. Has spiritual weapon got it's got a. So I'll have to let go of the rope to do this.
True. Oh no, I just ignore it then and just keep going.
If you've got a weapon, if you've got a spell that you can use with just verbal, But
the only thing I could do verbally to it is let me see, is shout at it.
Sacred flame.
Sacred flame. Yeah.
Is Sacred Flame
voice and somatic?
Sacred Flame has Sacred Flame has somatic too.
Oh, does it? All right.
Yeah. I just like shout at it then.
Okay. You shout at it and it just plunges past you.
Yeah. And I just keep on pulling. I try to pull myself out.
Sounding a bit like that. Sounding a bit like that dog that's in the background.
Oh, okay. Let me.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm only.
I try to pull myself up, hoping to get out of this bloody pool. I sort of shout out. You hear as I shout, you hear the echoes of my voice from under the water saying, "Grab my rope, pull me out," like that. Due to my booming voice.
Hear that? But so does the dragon, and at the same moment that they can react, it reacts and pulls the rope. It pulls the rope and breaks the connection, whatever it was pulled onto. But by this time you've got to near the surface, and you can make an
athletics
DC 15. DC 15 to grab the edge of the pit and not fall back down.
Can Bale kind of reach out with Kamal to give him a better hand purchase?
You can. Okay, I'm going to say you can. You can. I'm going to. If you want to, you can. And that will give him advantage on his athletics check, but
okay.
Then Kamal will be ripped out of your hand and go down with him.
Oh, heck with that!
I got a nat 26.
Anyway, you did it anyway. You did it anyway. So
I pulled myself out of the water, and
Kamal, but you pulled it back. But you pulled himself out of the water anyway.
Yeah, and she
teased him.
Yeah, and she pats. Yeah. She says, "Oh, thank you, Belle, for getting me out of that bloody drench hole." And she moves away from the hole and says, "Let's get the hell out of here before she comes out of there."
We need to find a safe place to rest.
Definitely. Let's go back. Let's just run as fast as you can.
and Diggory is cradling the gold dragon egg, and saying, "No, I definitely agree with that.
Head to the woods.
Head to the woods. Let's head towards. Oh, that's too far away, isn't it? Let's head. Yeah, let's head to the woods.
There's a small. There's not real large amounts of woods, but you can see a copse of trees. A small wood, small forest. Next, a little bit round the mountainside in a very steep, narrow valley. Not too far from here, that you head to take cover. Bale, you're a master of woods, so you find a place which you think will offer good shelter and also a good. It'll be difficult to spot from this sky, and there you can take a rest if you like.
Yes, a long rest.
Yeah, let's
a
take
long rest. Okay, and I'm suggesting that's where we end it.
Nice.
One dragon down and one. But the second fight was 50-50.
Oh yeah.
Do we level up?
Not on the long rest, but you're not far off. If the second dragon and when you arrive in Hardbuckler, which will be your next stop, you can level up.
I was hoping to get Smite. I really want to get Smite. Deny my Smite.
I just don't want to die in an honorable way.
That would have been some way of dying. If you died with the red dragon, they'll have made your death saves. But if that had been enough on the fall to kill you, that would have been an epic sort of last.
Oh
fail.
yeah. If you didn't roll as bad as you did, I would have.
Yep. Well, you never know on the death saves. You might have just
No,
survived it.
because that's more than half of my total. So that'd be dead.
No, it needs to be more than double your total hit points.
It's
To
more than half,
dead.
ain't it? And then you make it.
No, more than half.
Make a
More than
con.
half is system shock. More than half is system shock to send you unconscious. But more than double is automatic instant death. That's not likely at these levels.
I don't know. That fall could have done it.
Yep, could have done. Anyway,
Long rest. Long
it
rest.
It ain't easy fighting dragons.
It's not supposed to be.
What? I was trying to negotiate with a dragon, but they're too bloody pride.
But yeah, but Bale isn't very good at negotiating with dragons.
No, I mean I'm playing to my nature, which is neutral good. I'm not like.
Yep.
I mean, I have respect for these creatures. I mean, even though I know that they are evil, but I know that they have great pride and great sort of honor amongst their race.
Your intention could have worked, but it wasn't going to work with Bale.
No.
It was a good intention. It could, you know.
Yeah, my idea was
on your side.
Yeah, I mean, I could have. I was trying to get the red dragon to be on our side for temporary basis to try and lure this green dragon out, and hopefully the red dragon and green dragon would be at each other's throat, whilst we just run away and let them just like kill each other.
Bale couldn't do that.
Yeah, you had next time.
They had Diggory.
I know, but next time try to keep your.
They killed my family.
They
Kidnapped my brother.
But sometimes an enemy of my enemy makes a good ally.
But both dead enemy makes Bale a happy camper.
Bale will never be a happy camper.
No, but I tried to do the wise thing.
Oh, no doubt. Now,
It was a good plan.
but Bale just playing his character concept that he's built through this. Because to be honest, me personally, I wouldn't desire to battle the dragons like we had. If it wasn't for luck, we'd be a little stain on the crag.
Very true. Very true. But it was awesome, though.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know how many times I almost died. Good.
All I need is one level. All I need is one level so I can smite. Good old smite.
Okay, don't. How many spells have you got left, Claire? I'll just count up because you used all your third level. Did you?
Yeah.
You used because I don't think you're. The dragon is intelligent, and I think the dragon's going to come at you before you've had a full long rest. You'll have had a short rest like it will, but I think it's going to come at you.
Okay.
After a short rest, it might not find you actually.
Well, did you think?
Survival roll versus its investigation.
Can I give him? Guidance? Have guidance, my friend. Guidance. I guide him. Have a guidance.
Well,
Oh yeah, there you go. Add 4 to that dice roll, my good friend.
Alright. That'd be a 19.
Okay, and let's check it against the dragon's perception as it comes out for you. A D20 plus. As Cobra Lily has +7 perception, so
Ooh.
she finds you before you've had a long rest.
Okay.
So you'll have had a short rest, as she will, and we'll pick up there next time. Okay.
Alright.
No.
Hopefully, Diggory is back to the battle.
Yep.
The only thing I got left is a level. I got my level 1 slot spell and 3 level 2 spell slots left. That's all I got left.
Okay. So just make a note of that for next time. Did you say 1 level 1 and 3 level 2?
Yes.
And how's next week for you guys?
I won't be here. I'll be away.
When are you going to? Are you around? Or?
I'll be going away. I'll be going away on the 3rd of August. And then
so
I
you won't be here.
No, I'll be away for 3 weeks. No,
Okay.
I'll be away for 3 weeks.
Okay, so we'll. We'll probably do it when you come back, or unless. I'd rather wait for you back, so
Okay.
we'll take a break, and maybe I'll run some on unnamed adventurers, monster hunts.
Yeah.
Nice.
That'd be interesting.
Nice. Yeah, I'm just going to go and see some. I'm going to pay my respects to my in-laws, my nan-in-law sort of thing, because she passed away quite a while ago. So we're going over there to sort of like have a party and see everyone. And I got to do it's
I mean,
sort of traditional stuff
Yep. It's
in
important.
China.
Well, you at the death of your in-law,
Yep.
and I hope your trip to China goes well.
Definitely, I'll tell you all about it when I come back. As a bard does, loves to tell the story.
I'll just make a note in adventure in the main page of it, how many what
I'll be
where
away
you
for
are
3
as well.
weeks.
Say what?
So I'm just making a quick note in Adventurers of Greenest. Claire has let for next session after rest. And do you have left Bale?
I have 3 first level spells.
It's because it's my computer actually.
He said he's got 3 level 1 spells left over.
Yep.
Okay.
Awesome.
Let's see here. And on the short rest, I'm going to spend the remainder of my hit
rest of
die.
your-
Yeah, so am I actually. I'm gonna spend all my hit die.
Let's see here. That didn't go too good. That one, too bad. Okay. Get myself 15 more points. That's better than a kick in the eye.
But it is. You have destroyed dragon. It has.
So what?
Your crit hit destroyed the eye of the dragon, so it has poor distance vision. Used its. Oh, actually no. Sorry, you can have a long rest because having destroyed its eye, its perception is reduced, and it didn't find you. Yeah, sorry. You'll have a long rest.
Okay.
It does. It does. But it doesn't. You destroy the eye and its perception instead of +7.
All right. So we do get a long rest.
Good.
Anyway.
Oh wow! Nice shot, Bale.
Lucky shot.
Yeah, lucky shot. But yes, we'll definitely hide in this foliage or whatever.
Yep.
And then we'll once we're hidden, I guess we could make our way back to the rest of the gang, like to Ariel and the rest of them.
Well, we'll have to figure out what the best way, because if this dragon is flying around, we may not want to lure it back to our party.
True.
So we'll have to ponder it.
Well, it wasn't that far. They weren't that far away. I mean, they were near where the Dread Dragon was.
They'll have come with you to the nearest forest is quite a way away. You'll have to have gone past near where they were hiding and gone. They're hiding with you in the forest.
Okay. But we know where they are, though. I mean, we're not going to easily lose them, type thing.
But yeah, we'll see what happens on the next go round.
Indeed.
Oh. Enjoy being in the Green Dragon's lair? Well, it wasn't a lair, it was just its hideout, but but you entered its element, and that was a brave, perhaps foolish thing to do.
Well, we had to save our friend.
You did, and you did well.
Yeah. Yay.
And we got a gold dragon egg out of it.
Yep, Diggory will be happy with that.
Now I take it Diggory doesn't have any of his equipment.
Nope.
Okay.
No. I guess we could, if we can go back, if we can find our way safely back to the rest of the group, we could equip him with what we have found of that dragon.
It's not armor and things yet. It's not. I mean, anyway,
I know that.
We'll
but we could,
leave that for.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Turned off the
I'll
hangout.
see you guys later. I got the grandkids here.